Hello everyone, welcome to EduTop. So in today's session, we are going to see the difference between the disinflation and the deflation. We will also understand the meaning of the two, and we will also do practice question by the end of the session. So before starting with the session, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel, and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. And you can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So now we will start with the meaning or the definition of deflation. See, deflation means that there is a reduction in the general price level, that is the consumer basket, the basket that the consumers are consuming or the consumers are going to pay for. So there is a decrease, there is a continuous or sustained decrease in the price level of this consumer basket. So in the deflation, what happens that with the reduction in the general price level, with the continuous reduction in the general price level, there is a decrease in the output and there is an increase in the unemployment. Why is this happening? See, the consumer knows that there is a continuous decrease in the general price level. So the consumer will not want to buy today when the prices are according to him higher, and in the future the prices are going to go down because there is a sustained continuous decrease in the prices. So the consumer will want to buy in the future, and in today, in the current period, the demand will go down, and due to this the production will also go down. And the producers will start laying off the workers and they will start kicking out the workers, so the unemployment rate will increase. See, with the decrease in the demand and with the decrease in the production, the output is also decreasing in the country. So the deflation means that there is a decrease in the general, there is a continuous and sustained decrease in the general price level in the economy of the consumer basket of the goods and services that the consumer want. So now we come to the disinflation. See, the term itself says that there is a decrease in the inflation. That is, if the inflation was 3%, it is going down to 2%. That is, the inflation is decreasing, it is reducing. So we will see this. See, first understand that what is inflation. Inflation is the continuous rise in the general price level of the basket that the consumers are consuming or in the country. So I hope you have understood that inflation is the continuous rise in the general price level of the goods and services that the consumer are paying for. Here now in this diagram we will understand that what disinflation is. In the y-axis we are taking the inflation rate, and in the x-axis we are taking the time. See, here this is the inflation, that is there is the rise in the general price level, that is before it was 3%, then 5%, 10%, 15%. So the inflation rate is rising. But later on what happens that now the inflation rate is decreasing. So this is disinflation, where when the inflation rate has decreased from 15 to 10%, from 10% to 5%, from 5% to further down, this is what we call disinflation. But see, disinflation means that the inflation rate is decreasing but still it is positive. Okay, in the disinflation the inflation rate remains positive. But here we can see that inflation has become negative. This is the case of deflation. This is the case of deflation. In the deflation, the inflation rate becomes negative. Deflation means that there is a continuous sustained decrease in the price level in the economy. I hope you have understood the deflation and disinflation also. Now we will see the clear distinction between the both. Okay, so starting with the first, that is the definition itself. In the deflation, there is a continuous or sustained decrease in the general price level of the goods and services that the consumers are buying or paying for. So that is the general price level falls. Maybe let's say there is only one commodity in the whole country, that is onion, and the prices of onion are decreasing from 10 rupees to 8 rupees to 6 rupees to 4 rupees. This is the continuous and sustained decrease in the general price level or the consumer basket or the consumer basket. Now in the disinflation, the rate of inflation reduces. Okay, here also let's take the example of onion, that onion is the only thing that is in the consumer basket. So the onion was increasing from 10 rupees to 15 rupees, from 15 rupees to 50 rupees, let's say. So there was a huge inflation and the inflation was rising very much, but from 50 rupees it increased to only 52 rupees. So here you can see that the inflation rate has decreased. Okay, before it was nearly 100% the inflation rate, but here the inflation rate has decreased. So the prices are rising, okay, the inflation is there, the inflation is positive, but the rate has decreased, and that is what disinflation is. The rate of inflation reduces, it is positive, but the rate reduces. The next is that deflation may lead to recession or depression. If it is not stopped in the starting phase only, in the first sign of deflation only, if it is not stopped, then it can lead to the recession or depression. How? See, with the decrease in the prices, I told you that the demand decreases, the production decreases, the unemployment increases. With the unemployment increase, further the demand will reduce, because if the unemployment is increasing, the person is losing its income, and when the person is losing its income, he will reduce his demand. Okay, how will he demand when he doesn't have the income? So further the demand will reduce, further the production will reduce, further the unemployment will increase, and this cycle will lead to the recession and then further to the depression if this continues. And so the government takes remedial measure. It takes the step in the starting phase of deflation only. It will increase its own expenditure, the government expenditure in the public goods maybe, so that the demand can be increased in the economy, or it can reduce the taxes. Okay, now disinflation, no remedial measure needs to be taken. So the government may not take any remedial measure, because when the inflation is decreasing, when the inflation is very high and it is decreasing, that is good for the economy, because the government do not want the inflation to go beyond the 6%. The government wants the inflation, Indian government wants the inflation to remain in the 2% to 6% range. Okay, next is destructive. The deflation is very destructive, as it brings, as I told you, that in deflation what happens, the unemployment increases and the output decreases. That is, the slowing down of the economy is happening. In the disinflation, this is welcomed if the earlier inflation rate is very high. Okay, if it is going from 15 to 50%, that is very high. So when the inflation rate decreases, then that is a welcomed measure. Okay, when the disinflation is happening, when the inflation is decreasing. The last one is that the supply is more than the demand in the deflation. See how in the starting how the prices has gone down, because the demand is less than the supply. Okay, the supply is more than the demand, that's why the price has reduced. Maybe the policies are not very good for the consumers, not very better for the consumers. The consumers are very apprehensive because the stock market has crashed, or the government is not very stable in the country, so the people of the country are very apprehensive. The consumers are not wanting to consume much. So due to this, the demand is less and the supply is more, and so the price has reduced, and so the deflation has started in the country. Okay, this is how the start. And after the start, I told you, if the prices are down, then the consumers feel that next day also the prices will further go down, so I will buy next day. Why buy today? So this is what is deflation, how deflation actually starts. In the case of disinflation, the demand and supply are usually similar. See, in the case of inflation, opposite of this happens, that is, demand is more than supply. That's why the prices are very high, because we are demanding more and the supply is less. But now, as the inflation is reducing, as the inflation rate is reducing, the demand is becoming similar to the supply. That is, either the demand is reducing or the supply must be increasing in the economy. So this is the difference between the deflation and the disinflation. I hope you have understood it, and do remember the differences, especially the deflation leads to recession and depression. It is very destructive, and the supply is more than the demand in this condition. In deflation, what happens, the government do not need to take remedial measure. The disinflation is welcomed if the earlier inflation rate is high, and in this case the supply and demand usually are similar. Okay, now we will see the graphical summary. Inflation is the continuous rise in the general price level of the basket of the goods and services of the consumer. Disinflation means that the inflation rate is decreasing. It is decreasing, but it is greater than zero, that it is positive. In the case of deflation, the inflation rate is persistently negative, and there is a deflation is the continuous or sustained decrease in the price, general price level of the consumer basket. Here the deflation can lead to deep recession, in which case the delay of purchases will happen. We will want to buy tomorrow when the prices are low, so the aggregate demand will reduce in the current period, and the prices will reduce. Prices reduce, the production will reduce, the production reduces, the unemployment will increase, which will further lead to decrease in the aggregate demand because the income of the people has reduced. This cycle will continue and the recession will deepen, the depression will deepen. This will very much hurtful for the central bank and the government because they couldn't control it very easily. Okay, so it is very hard for the central bank and the government to control it now. Now here is the practice question. This you need to answer in the comment section below. I hope you have understood the whole session. This you can easily answer. Okay, if the inflation rate was 1% in 2014, 3% in 2015 and 2% in 2016, you have to tell that what it is in 2014 to 2015. It is inflation or deflation or disinflation. From 2015 to 16, what is it? Okay, so you can just write first and you can answer. Then we come to the second question. You need to write 2 and then you have to write your answer. Okay, so an economy has experienced the following changes to the price level in the 3 years from 5%, 3% to 1%, with 1% being the most recent year. You have to tell that what the economy is experiencing: inflation, disinflation or deflation. This also I hope you can easily answer. Do answer. We will discuss this question again in the next session where I will show that who has given the right answers. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much.